Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Team Fortress TV for ETF2L Season 35 game between Ascent.EU and Synonym of Perfection. My name is Lucky, and tonight I'll be joined by the Welsh wonder himself, ArchRhythm on production, and Bum as my co-cast. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. How excited are you for this one? I mean, it's
I'm
hard
so
to keep
excited.
my heart rate down. We have a game tonight. It's the top team in the division, Ascent.EU, versus the current lowest seed, Synonym of Perfection. And we're honestly just going to be seeing if they can take any points here. It seems unlikely. This is the best team, the winners of last season, and the newcomers to Prem. They haven't managed to pick up a point yet, so it's unlikely they'll get it off the champions. But there's
Current
always
champions.
a chance.
There is
always a chance.
We're actually already going live here, ladies and gentlemen, but the one thing I did want to point out is that Ascent currently, even though they are the top seed team, are not currently in the lead in the Premiership division. Team 6 are, in fact, pulling away with a bunch of points because they crushed a bunch of teams, and it was epic to watch. But now we are on our way to the first mid, and QB is pinging across some sticky bombs towards Lucas Stank, and he's in a difficult situation already. He's going to have to move back Lucas Stank because he's taking a ton of damage there from a bombing soldier, but high ground being taken early by Synonym of Perfection. Nice job from them, just to see if they can get anything done. Whoop going in with a high bomb onto Lucas Stank, ton of damage onto him, but he gets saved with a nice arrow, and there is some damage also onto Gink on the left-hand side, but we are seeing frags now get traded out as QB also goes down somehow.
Oh, Scar is in onto Domo right at the end of the fight. He is going to be able to get that kill right at the end.
Oof, very nice.
So there's a saving grace here as Drezzo's getting out with his 70% Uber charge. But that was just from Scar going in for that play right at the end of the mid, and he pretty much baited Warped on that first jump there. Warped was all in alone and really easy to take down. But it looks like Synonym of Perfection are going to be coming back into second here. They have the Uber. They should be looking to move into mid with this.
Indeedy, they are already making their way forwards. Drezzo has built up that Uber charge. We are going to see a couple sticky traps coming out from Lucas Tank probably. I don't know where he is at the minute. He's on the right hand side. He's placed the sticky trap in the wall. He does pick off QB with that one. Scar getting low as well already in the choke. Warped is the only one in, getting heavily baited by his medic and scout not coming in, and Pappy and Credit were in for the cleanup. Vori finds a frag onto Pappy as well, though. And now it's a 2v1 inside of the sewer area, and they do manage to find that frag, but Vori gets taken down by Lucas Tank. Some good stickies there. The pressure being held by Ascent right now is really strong, and these Ubers are going to start evening out.
Yeah, but Drezzo did a good job of not using his Uber at any point in that fight. He didn't have to panic. He just knew, I can drop my players, we'll still be able to hold on to second, and they do exactly that. The Uber does even out, so they don't have the advantage they previously did, but at least they haven't lost a cap point from it. They need to be looking to get close, because Lucas is taking some ground already. There's a fake bomb through, that's Pappy going all the way, and Gink straight onto point. Drezzo manages to dodge him cleanly, takes no damage, and we're back at evens. See if there's a counter-sack here. No, Vori's on Sniper actually, peeking into choke.
Yeah, Vori is actually a very talented sniper. Had the pleasure of playing with him a couple of times. Does land some nice shots when he needs to. I'd say stand up to other players, but he does walk into a sticky trap and die. So sniping now useless. And Unikeko taking a ton of damage and gets directed by Pappy. And this is now 2 down for SOP, and they're going to be heavily pressured here as Pappy goes in deep, taking all that room for his team. A nice little jump away there as well, as Pappy has made so much room for the team, and they've taken this point for free. Scar also getting picked off, and this is going to just be a straight move towards last, it would appear.
Yeah, they're coming straight in through 2. Lucas is in deep, but he's separated from the team now. Does take down Vori anyway. The Uber is used from Drezzo first. Now, Ascent don't even have to come in. They can wait this Uber out, and they've pretty much got a full advantage once again for this last push. Using in onto Lucas now. They come in through 4. They haven't even used even. This bomb is in. Warp does manage to force off the Uber, and he will not go down even. He does get taken down by Credu eventually, and it's 3 frags for Ascent. They just need to get these stickies off the point. Unikeko in for one last attempt.
Oh, it's a nice and slow gameplay right now, but the stickies are still on the point. No one's cleared them. Gink now firing some rockets towards the point to get it cleared. Vori taking a ton of damage, does get taken down there. QB now getting pressured heavily. He's all on his own out on this point, and he does eventually go down, but we are seeing the respawners come out. Drezzo, Warped, and Scar all up for the red side, and it's Lucas Tank getting pressured now. Does get taken down there as he kills himself with a roller. Tomas coming in as well. Does manage to pistol whip down Scar. Warp getting taken down as well from the high ground of Pappy. And this is just a very elongated fight. Domo looking for the arrow to heal up his soldier, but unfortunately he does go down as well. So defense there from SOP. I say a defense because it wasn't necessarily a good one, as Credu runs in and perishes also.
Yeah, Domo lives throughout one of those several fights though, so he has 75%, 85 now. Back on second. Looks like SOP wants to move fast off of this Credu pick, but Warped gets shut down instantly. Vori trades for Gink at the very least, but the Ubers are not in their favour. Scar now manages to equalise that by forcing off Domo, and now they all need to get out to last. Looks like QB will get picked off though. No Demo Man for last. There's no stickies on the point, and no Uber up in time for Synonym of Perfection. Ascent bombing all the way forwards. They just need to get this cap time now. It's Warped trying to block it. Unikeko as well, but Ascent eventually take their first round.
Eventually. Takes forever. Like, good lord, guys, just put the nail in the coffin for goodness sake, because that took way too long. I mean, nice little force there on the outside, but I mean, Kiba getting picked off in lobby and Warped already being dead, the sack was sort of for nothing, because even if they sack another player and they do get the force, it's just going to be another push, so a bit of a misplay there. They should have just maybe stayed at last and had a better chance, but we are going on to the next mid-fight right now, as QB is decided he's going to opt for the right-hand side. Lucas Stank pressuring that choke really heavily, as Warped is a pipe on his way into the mid. Dresser already half HP. QB down to 35, does catch an arrow, nice high bomb coming out from Scar as well, into towards the choke point onto Lucas Stank, tons of damage. They've stuffed them into the choke point here. The medic is now out the fight. Both soldiers are still in. They try and go for a recommit with the scouts on the defense. Ping Warped away. Vori getting cleaned up as well. It was a good reattempt there coming out from Ascent, as they do manage to salvage this mid fight with a good repush.
Yeah, it's the same story again on the mid though. Actually, we do see the chasers coming in here. It's not over yet, as Gink is trying to get all the way in. Both these soldiers chasing, but yes, Drezzo does manage to survive on last. Yeah, on that mid fight, it was another case of the soldiers going in separately and both being really easy targets to focus down. They did get the damage, but that allowed Ascent to just play passive around their medic and wait for the next one. And they've managed to take down both soldiers, just waiting for them to come in one by one. Unikeko now does go down in lobby, and it looks like Lucas has taken quite a lot of damage going forwards there. Was maybe looking to go in and then cancel that. Toe is making space on the right-hand side while Gink bombs in on the left. Drezzo gets forced on the point, but he's surrounded by players and all the frags are going Ascent's way. It's just Drezzo and Scar alive after this Uber. Respawner of Unikeko does come in, but there's not much he can get done as Ascent take another quick, clean round.
Yeah, that was just, they leaked in from every corner of everywhere. Soldiers coming in through 2 and 1, and they were just doing so much damage, forcing them all out, then getting the space, and it just ended up with the force. It was just well played from Ascent there that they managed to just totally out-DM SOP, and now they're being forced back to another mid-fight, unfortunately.
Yeah, so third mid-fight of the game here. Will we see the same mistakes come out as last time? Lucas already on the point, putting a lot of pressure forwards. Tomas is just running in deep all alone, does get taken down. Pappy and Gink bomb pretty much inside each other. Perfect synchronization there, but the rest of the frags are going Synonym of Perfection's way. They've taken Drezzo down, they just need Domo to get out, but he's already getting wrapped here by Warped. Will Warped be able to get the frag he's chasing in lobby? Domo is already out. Warped needs to take the pack, and he does in lobby, and they don't get Domo. So it's a mid-fight for Synonym of Perfection, but they haven't even been capping it up, so that actually lets Ascent straight back into second, and maybe even into mid, because they spent so long chasing.
Yeah, Vori in fact gets picked off right at the end there, so that's going to be a late death for him. They are trying to scrounge up this cap now, but at the cost of all of their hit points, as they're all getting low in this choke. Dresser with a nice arrow to save Scar, though, as Warped does escape with his life, but the recap is already on. They're not even bothering because there's no spawners to really block apart from a scout. They come with this Uber, clean up QB immediately as the Uber was used out from Domo, as they are now chasing into one. Unikeko now going to get caught. Vori in behind onto Domo, whiffs a couple shots, Warped in with a bomb, but Domo with a nice surf to escape there, as Vori also
Scar's
dying.
coming from behind. Scar gets Domo on the back of the fight at least. They hit 2 soldiers in PC, but I don't know if it'll be enough. He does also manage to block the second cap. That stops Toe from winning the round immediately. But now, as the cap comes in, Toe is already on last and gets taken down by QB.
Unfortunate there, as they are now just swarming this point with players, and there's going to be a bomb coming out from Warp, but it was too high and not fast enough, and that's going to be 3-0 to Ascent on that one. unfortunate there. It's just they got cleaned up so hard. The pressure was just there from Ascent once again. They roll it forwards directly into them, use their DM, which is far superior, and just smack them into submission, it would seem. And it's quite brutal to watch. I'm just wondering when we're going to start seeing the off classes.
Yeah, I don't think Ascent are that bad-mannered, but it could happen. We do see Lucas and QB fighting already. QB getting out the big chunk of damage on this attempt. Pappy bombing in straight away while his scouts run over the high ground. Warped and Scar both in return do huge damage. They get 3 picks with that bomb, but all the positioning on mid belongs to Ascent, and it's a 3v3 fight now. Vori and Unikeko take down Gink on mid, and Scar takes down Credu behind, so another mid-fight win for Synonym of Perfection there as Scar runs straight in with his pickaxe out.
Indeedy, and that's going to be a victory there for SOP, winning out their first mid. Both medics actually got fragged there, but Dredger with the first respawn. It's not going to be much, though, only yielding that 10% advantage, nearly 15% now, with a little bit of strong building coming out from Warp's pickaxe. And it's just going to be a stalemate, I believe. There's not really going to be much that's going on here, but seeing how well Ascent have been playing, how long this stalemate actually lasts for is another question.
Yeah, I think we'll see Synonym of Perfection probably make the first move. They like to sack and do some funny off-classing. Scar loves his spy, Vori loves his sniper. So we may see one of those classes coming out soon enough. Ascent playing very safe, got their heals back on point, and it looks like they're moving into IT. There's loads of players here from
Domo
both teams.
dies.
Domo dies to Scar there. That's a drop from Domo. And now Drezzo uses off in return inside of IT.
Round boys, Poggies. Scar finds another kill as Tomas gets taken out. Lucas getting taken down by Warp now. And that is going to be huge momentum for the side of SOP as they're now running into this last point. The sentry gun now being put up. Warp spamming off a few rockets onto it. Doesn't manage to take it down. There's point pressure. There is cap time. And that's a round for SOP. Holy moly, it's nut time, boys.
I have no idea how Domo dropped there, but you really can't be doing that. And now Synonym of Perfection get around on the board. Something that a lot of people might not have even been expecting from our suspected first place versus 8th place game. But yeah, they do win the mid. They do manage to take it to last and convert pretty quickly. So there's lots of time left on the clock as we come into the 5th mid here.
Come back, boys, let's go as they make their way into this next mid full of hope for what could happen in the future. Scar is now taking the high ground. QB is on the right-hand side once again, but we are seeing this dual bomb come out. One high, one low, straight onto Drezzo. They managed to clean him up immediately. It's now going to be just play around Domo in this choke point as Lucas Stank receives an arrow. It's 2 scouts versus a scout, Demo, and a medic. I know who I have my money on as Vori starts getting low, manages to pick up the pack, but Unikeko is separated as he does
Domo's
pick up a pack
40
also.
health. That's all they need is Domo, realistically, but they're just playing perfectly in this choke. Vori now coming in behind. Will Domo notice? He goes down! So now they are fighting in the choke. The bomb of the respawner, that's Gink, manages to save the mid-fight. But Drezzo's going to have an advantage, and they might even try and fight middle with their heal advantage. Scar is behind on the enemy team's second, but Credu will clean him up. They're just going to wait off the back of that death. Drezzo does have a 30% advantage. Domo's not being picked up by any teammate, so it's going to grow to 40 or 50%. Tomas eventually goes back there.
Yeah, no one's really watching it, though. No one's been watching towards mid to see if the medic has even come back in yet, so they won't know that they have this advantage as long as Domo decides that to, fake call the Uber. But a little bit of poking will tell the side of SOP that they are holding far back while they build, and maybe give them a bit of a slight inkling as to whether they have Uber charge or not.
Well, they know they have some kind of advantage, so here they come through IT. It's 2 scouts using onto. They don't get any picks with it though. They come straight out of PC. The scouts just run along the floor and see nothing. All of a sudden, doing the perfect getaway. And now they have their own advantage of 60%.
Yeah, let's see what they decide to do with it as they are making their way towards the choke point, and they are now coming through it very confidently. There is some spam coming out from the soldiers as they are double spamming on towards Domo to try and get him to use that Uber through, but there's not going to be any use coming out here. Scar taking a ton of damage though. He gets pressured by Tomas. Warp going in for the bomb, but he's getting low as well. He's down to 11 HP. He does manage to get the force off though, with a nice little direct onto Domo there, and he would have actually dropped him there, so nice use from Domo to survive the incoming damage.
Yeah, good job there, and again we see a flip-flop of Ubers. Drezzo fake calling already, but his advantage is only 50%. They're going to wait for Warped to get back up, and then they're going to be pushing in again. Hopefully they're more successful this time. Everyone being so far back meant that IT push didn't really work out in their favour, so it looks like they're coming through choke. They're just going to take the space bit by bit this time.
Yeah, Warp manages to get the tin roof nice and early, so there's no bombers coming in towards Drezzo. Drezzo gets in as well now with the heals, but we are seeing Scar go deep with Vori on the flank, and Scar only just receives the arrow there to survive. Drezzo now still has ad though, 30% advantage in the bank for them. Whether they want to actually use it or not is another question. They're opting for IT. Maybe a bit of a questionable decision as it takes a bit too long to get in. Domo now has 95% as they start coming in. QB gets low, QB gets dropped. As he does not get in fast enough on the Zuba. It's just going to be Vori and Drezzo trying to run away here. They should just be escaping, not through choke, as it's getting stickied up, as they are getting absolutely munched here. Domo is actually getting gone on here by Scar, but a splash bug there, unfortunately, as Domo survives with 20 HP left, as Drezzo just decides to sack his life away into Lucas Tank for a faster respawner, and that's going to be an absolute epic fail.
Yeah, that was a drastic catastrophe. They drop their demo from the Uber. The force comes out so late that all the ground can just be immediately retaken by Ascent. Drezzo barely got out of the choke in time without his Uber fading and him dying to a trap, so once again we have an advantage for Domo. The midpoint is in control of Ascent, and there's no contestation to second at all. There's some traps on point, and Junyu is on Sniper in rollout. But neither of those are going to come into effect. It's Scar, in fact, hiding in PC, going to get taken down. And all the rest of the players are going to get back out to last here. Warped is just sticking around a while longer, but he's not going to need to throw his life away for anything.
Yeah, they are making so much room here as Lucas Tank bombing in, and also they're coming directly into last. Pappy catches that Uber charge and does take a ton of damage there, actually, and Tomas needs a flash now as well, as Warp nearly takes him down there as he does get saved by the Uber charge. Doma getting directed by Warped, and that is going to be Frags coming out here as Warp also trades his life away there to Pappy, but we could just see a team sack coming in towards last here as they need to pick off Drezzo here or they're going to lose it all, but cap time coming out, in fact, as Tomas is now running in through 5. No one's spotted him yet. Lucas Tank with a distraction. Drezzo spots him. He's on point. Cap time. Vori with a 2-shot to take him down, and that's going to save this last. Lucas Tank getting low. Vori also finding Lucas Tank as he does catch a pipe there, but well played from him to defend that one with the 3k.
Yeah, a real fail Uber there from Ascent. They jumped forwards with the Uber into 6 players who were in spawn. They used their entire Uber, getting 0 kills. There was no one to come in from the other side to help get the kills after the Uber was over either. So that's just 6 players coming out of spawn on the same side with heals and Uber. So they do come into mid now with this advantage. Gink was hiding in the corner by choke and is now threatening to backcap if they don't go back in time. They should be able to stack here, but they need to expect this block coming in. All of Ascent running in through the choke. Lucas bombing on top. Drezzo has to force, and Gink is going to get this if they don't take the Uber off. Gink does get the cap. He's getting fought by Scar now. They're both racing back to last. Gink is on the cap, but Warped and Scar take him down. In the meantime, all of the players on mid have died for Synonym of Perfection.
There are going to now be respawners though for Ascent in the forward spawn, so they're going to be able to mount an immediate re-attempt at this second point with their 100% Uber advantage as Pappy starts getting in there, getting the space for his team. Tomas now coming in with the rest of his heals. Also behind him, Scar gets cleaned up on this second point, and this is going to mean that Ascent are going to be able to head in towards last. They didn't even get the cap, in fact, so they don't even need to spend time capping it as they're legging it in through 1, and they are going to use through the doorway onto Vori. Do take him down as Pappy gets traded out there, unfortunately. And there are stickies currently on the point, so no cap time as of yet. Warped does crater, in fact, gets taken down by Tomas, essentially there. QB now taking half health. Drezzo with a nice arrow to save his life. Tomas now going on top of Scar to try and get as much damage as possible, but the back cap comes out from Unikeko, totally halts this last push, and that is going to mean that Ascent are on the retreat.
Yep, they are well out. There's still a player down, and they know that Drezzo has this big advantage, so it's only going to be this soldier threatening his life. He just fake bombs and gets out. There's still a lot of pressure around the choke, and this could be a huge mistake. It is! The Uber onto Vori takes down Domo. They were playing with fire there by being so far forwards. And now, the refight in choke though, Ascent bombs forwards, trying to get onto Drezzo. They do get 2 kills, and the medic, and they get QB afterwards as well. This all fell apart for them so fast.
Yeah, unfortunate there, as Tomas also finds a pick and Unikeko gets taken down also. This is going to leave second totally open, as that was a team wipe from SOP there. But they're great pick, great start to that one actually, but they couldn't find the room afterwards after the Uber had faded to get anything done. But we are seeing the immediate bomb from Pappy. Tons of damage, but Drezzo only just survives, and Vori also only just surviving there, catching the splash zone there. And did take 174 damage there, Bum.
Yeah, that's lucky to be alive. We do have Vori straight into middle, does kill Lucas, goes down in return, but he's made the space. They're already coming in through mid. Synonym of Perfection, you trade a demo for a scout when you're trying to push a choke easily. And now Gink is trying to take the space and fight up top. He's going to help Pappy to take down Scar, and now all the rest of Synonym of Perfection are just around choke. They need to back out. They don't have the positioning they need. Although that is good denial to try and stop the chase. It's not going to be enough as QB goes down. Warps takes down Gink, but trades his own life in return. And now Drezzo has his Uber. He's going to need to use into them as they come in. He does use, and that's all that Ascent wanted. They just needed to pressure this Uber out, and now they can use their full advantage.
Yeah, in onto Scar as well, though, as they do sack 2, and they managed to find him there. Scar cleaning him up with a nice rocket as the meat shot came in on the faded backside of that Uber, but they are just deciding that they're all just going to pile it into last, because screw it, why not? And Credo is now in, 2 shots, Unikeko takes him down, QB is getting pressured heavily now by 2 soldiers. Tomas is insanely low, but you don't need any HP when the entire team wipes on red. 2 soldiers with the pickaxe out on point, there was barely 10 HP between them as they managed to win that round.
Yeah, they knew 2 people have just sacked for our medic. We might as well take the team fight. I think they are confident in their own abilities in that way, and it did turn out pretty well for them as they take yet another round. We've got 10 minutes left. It's 4-1 for Ascent. If Synonym of Perfection want any points at all, they're going to need to fight hard for them and fight fast. We're coming into the 6th mid here. No exchanges so far. Scar and Gink both bombing in straight away. Sorry, Scar and Pappy.
Warp going in really high, tries to land on top of Domo, doesn't find anything there, but Scar also going in now into the choke, does find Domo there with the first pick, and that is going to be Pappy now heading out towards Drezzo, in towards the sewer area. I don't know if he knows that he's there, but does find him now, and catches him there, but Drezzo only just surviving on 26 HP. QB now trying to escape on the choke. Insanely low, does get pistol whipped down by Credo at long range, as Lucas Tank there tries to clean him up there with the pills and assist him with the damage to take him down. We are going to see the repush now from Vori and Unikeko with Drezzo, as Drezzo now calls out his Uber, as Lucas Tank now on the high ground, spamming pipes down on towards him. Lucas Tank is weak, however. Warp now in the fight as he does a fast rollout to get back into this one, and they do take down Lucas Tank. And that is going to force Ascent out now, and they are going to be able to cap up this point with 100% Uber advantage.
Yeah, a very, very long mid-fight, but eventually it is Synonym of Perfections to take. Drezzo manages to get into second without being forced as well, so it's a free second for them, and they already want to go in through 1. Vori's taking this, he gets dropped from the Uber. Oh no, now it's a solo soldier Uber in 1. One of the worst Ubers you can have in TF2. They've got to leave this. What a waste of their advantage there. Ascent know it. They already are biting at the bit to get out of last. They're moving into lobby now. Tomas and Lucas coming in from lower.
I'm still physically cringing over that one Uber.
Yeah, that was a disaster from Drezzo.
I have my head in my hands, local. Oh no. Vori dies, they go in, Warp just gets juggled in 1 and doesn't even get out there. And there's no stickies on IT, so now they're just walking into mid. Domo does eat a rocket there, but Warp needs to turn around and go towards the pack there. Is now going to opt to still go for choke. Will he survive? He goes in high, he manages to survive on barely any HP. But Scar now taking a 1v1 with Pappy, and Pappy wins that? Hello? Pappy had like 20 HP and still won, even though Scar took the pack.
Oh. Oh dear. Well, Ascent are coming in. They've got the Uber. They're bombing forward straight away. Drezzo is just behind point. Does get dropped by Gink. Gink comes straight in from the front and gets that 100 damage rocket. Drezzo goes down immediately. Warped. Tries to get onto Domo, but it's unsuccessful. Unikeko just taunts as his life inevitably ends. And now it's all crumbled for Synonym of Perfection. Scar is behind. QB and Drezzo have just come up. They're trying to fight from one to block this capture. Is really their only hope. And they do actually force out the Uber. That Scar there getting in onto Domo. But they are running through one with it. Thomas actually decides to cancel. So overall, it turned out pretty well in the end for Synonym of Perfection. They only have a small ad, so they probably can't get out of last, but it's not a disaster. They haven't lost the round. There's still some time.
There is still some time available to them. I mean, 5 minutes left on the clock. You've got to get 5 rounds, boys. Better put your fast walking boots on, huh? Like, get out there. Start making some things happen. Scar hears me exactly as he starts moving towards the lobby with QB and Vori in tow. Drezzo bringing the heels up now as they know that they need to do something if they want to have a chance at winning this game. Even though that may be a little bit far-fetched. But hey-oh, as we do see Credo and Scar taking a 1v1, they do manage to kill each other. And there is going to be Vori and the rest of his team moving in through lower as Gink decides, I'm going to go through one on towards Warped as he does get cleaned up by Unikeko. As we are seeing the rest of the repush come in, the Ubers do get forced out from both sides. Warped is still low, so he's not going to be a part of this fight any longer as Lucas Tank now peddling them with sticky bombs, just juggling the shit out of them. And Warped on top of the point now does manage to fetch the high ground for his team. Is going to need an arrow there to just get pinged low by Thomas down towards like 1 HP, I think that was. And they do manage to actually retake this point there. Holy moly.
They need to get straight into mid, but Gink is in the forward spawn. Vori dies to the trap as well. Warped and QB both going down immediately after. Lucas is the only frag they managed to get. So this has really crumbled Scar, throwing his life away in hopes for a medic kill. But he does not get it. We're 4-1 down for Synonym of Perfection, and with 4 minutes left, I don't know if we're still within the realms of possibility for getting any points. So I think we can class this as trash time. As Vori goes down, Gink snipes Warped coming out of the spawn door there. Drezzo's very, very low.
Yeah, we are just seeing total garbage time. Thomas now coming in towards Sky. Unikeko also getting cleaned up there. QB now on low on the low ground. As Domo now has his Uber just sitting there on the point with Thomas. They're going to cap this one out. 5-1 as Unikeko puts GG good pug in the chat.
Oh, that's a bit of salt there from Yunu. Yeah, we're officially in the impossible zone. 5-1, 4 minutes left. This is going to be Ascent taking 3 points from this first map, as I think we all expected. We should clarify that the points don't really matter for Synonym of Perfection, as I don't believe they can make playoffs from in any way this season anymore. As we do see everyone bombing forwards from Ascent, just doing a complete troll mid and still managing to win it.
It's the big crunchy.
Yeah, exactly, a big crunchy. 2 scouts and a medic versus Vori and Warped, and the scouts win out. So yeah, all that Synonym of Perfection really were looking for this game was to take some points to somewhat troll Ascent out of their seeding for the playoffs. Those points could come in to quite a bit of use for seeding in the playoffs bracket.
Unikeko spy, by the way. He's coming in. He's stood behind Domo.
Oh.
They don't hear the decloak. No one's using headphones.
Oh, Domo's healing him.
Pistol whip. This is funny. Domo with the first frag. I think that's his first frag of the game. As now they're making their way in towards last, looking to close this one out. Drezzo with 60% Uber charge. Lucas Stank coming in towards the point is going to start stickying forwards. Thomas now deciding not to go to the point just yet, as there are still stickies on point. One coming in with the bomb onto Uber players as they don't really find any damage at all. Scar getting cleaned up as well on that bomb. Vori now moving in towards lobby does find Lucas Stank getting taken down as well. Vori does trade his life away for that one as Thomas and Credo now making their way towards the point, trying to clear these stickies off QB. As we do see the bomb coming in on towards Drezzo, he's about to get his Uber charge. Does finally find it as QB gets dropped from that Uber, and it is just going to be a scout plus medic versus Pappy. While Uber charged as Pappy basically kills himself. One shot from Thomas to clean up Drezzo there as they are still into this last. As Scar taking a ton of damage. Warp getting taken down. Scar very low on the point. Vori runs in through the respawner and dies.
And there we have it. 6-1, everybody. The end of the first map. Ascent will be taking it 3-0. The next map on your screens will be a Reckoner. The old Reckoner, of course. There's some funny new changes that needed to be sorted out this season, so we won't be seeing those. Such as a sniper pretty much tower that can see all over mid from a forward spawn, which was interesting.
Wait, hang on. I I've been paying attention to the new. That's why it wasn't implemented. Ah, I see. I see now. Because I did a little bit of running around on the new Reckoner, and I have to be brutally honest. I love the map. I love Reckoner. I think Reckoner's great now. I played a couple seasons of it, and I love it.
Reckoner's one of my faves. I love to see some Reckoner. Do we have logs to look at? Are logs worth looking at? Let's bring them up.
No, I want to see how many air shots were hit. That's all I care about.
Okay, we have Thomas with his standard KD of 34-9 on the Pocket Scout roll. Very nice. Lucas putting out 371 damage per minute. Only player getting above 10k overall on the server. Thomas in second place with damage, actually, doing a hefty amount from Scout.
PogChamp Vori, though. Vori MVP for Synonym of Perfection, leading by 9 frags over the next dude on his team, and 2,000 more damage. But we have to say, QB did not have a PogChamp game.
Oh, God. Oh, dear. Oh, he's got the funny KD. He's maybe he's been smoking before the game. That's why he's not on point, going 4-20 there. Although you did say the air shots were all that matters, and at least Synonym of Perfection won in that regard.
Oh, they should get points for this. ETF2L. I'm going to get them up on the phone. Warped hit more air shots than Ascent did, therefore they win.
So, do you expect anything different coming into Reckoner?
No.
That was the end of that. Okay, let's get started as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. Ascent last season they won the entire div, and the only change that they've made to their roster is that Domo has returned and is now playing medic.
And Credu.
And Credu, because Classy left, of course, now as well. Forgot about that one, but not really much has really changed for them. I mean, the dynamic is still going to be the same, and I think that their shit experience, their deathmatching capabilities, and their ability to just control the aggression really well, and even dry push a lot of the time as well against this team, because they just find the weaknesses in the hold and just let themselves in through any choke point they like.
Yeah, it's going to be very tricky because, as you said, I think they're outmatched in every stat you could think of. Like, personal skill for all the players on Ascent is probably above all of Synonym of Perfection. They obviously have the experience on their side as well. They have a better main core with Pappy leading the team.
Hey, don't you BM my boy Warped.
It's not BM. I mean, I'm sure Warped is great and all, but he's no
Pappy's a spinner. I have
soldier.
to say that. Yeah, I have to say that every time that I do these casts. I'm like, that's no BM towards this guy. It's just they are that good. Like, they're still good, but someone is better, because that's just how the world works.
It's kind of sad it works like that.
Yeah.
I wish I was as good as all these people.
Well, we have a bit of time left in the bank, boys. We do have a couple of fundraisers going on. I believe the Frenchies are fundraising for LAN for Copenhagen. If you're going, hopefully you have a great time in Copenhagen, see all the sights and stuff. Don't do anything naughty, guys. Just kidding, it's TF2 and we always wreck whatever LAN hall we go to, so hilarity.
Have you got any trivia about any of these team members to fill some time? I know that Drezzo actually is one of the rare cases of a VAC ban being undone. Drezzo got VAC banned in TF2 a couple of years back, and he emailed Valve about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry, you literally weren't cheating," and they unbanned him. Which doesn't happen that often.
How did that actually happen then? So what did they think that he did? Aimbot?
I have no idea. I don't think they gave any information on it, or at least I don't know it. But it was a pretty big thing in the community at the time. There was a lot of free Drezzo threads and things like that, and eventually Valve did free him, so now he's made his way all the way up to Prem. I believe it's his first season in Premiership.
Is it actually? Is this a Prem debut from him?
I thought he played Prem before. Despite him being around the top for ages, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh, I'm thinking of Mueller, I think. Because, I'm thinking of a different medic. This is his first season in Prem, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
the cheetah redemption arc.
I mean, we are seeing a lot of first-time premies here, aren't we? I think this
Yeah.
is Vori's first season in Prem, but he seems to be doing okay because he played on Clarted,
Oh yeah, they
and they came
just
second.
missed out.
Yeah, they came second when he was on the squad. So
Is it Scar and QB's
wait, I
first time as
actually, I remember this. Here's a bit of trivia for you, all right? So,
Ooh.
in the middle of the grand finals of Div 1, in a best of 3 situation, they lost map 1, then they won map 2, and it went to map 3, and Vori leaves. And I was questioning why, because I was casting the game. Later did I find out that Vori left to go to the club with the boys.
Yeah, he had to go to a party. He had scheduled with the team quite a while ago, like, don't do it on this day because I'm going to a party and I will have to leave. And obviously that was the one day that Div 1 Grand Finals had to happen, and Vori had to leave. They actually got Thomas in that game to replace him.
I mean,
and
look
still
at him
lost,
now, huh?
So, yeah, look where Thomas ended up now.
Yeah, jeez. Well, to be fair, I mean, I think the only one who was really mad about it was I think it was Charlie. Actually, no, Carls was pretty pissed as well, but Charlie was mad more than anyone else.
Wait, that's a untapped into storyline. We have Thomas versus Vori.
Oh,
We can pretend that there's some kind of relation there due to that
Some
one
rivalry.
game where he murked for it.
I mean, Thomas has been accelerating rapidly. He had he had a season where he was coming up through Div 1, and he did well in that, and then came bottom of Prem in the Torret team with Yak.
Yeah, that.
If you remember that was a disaster.
I do, unfortunately, remember that.
And then Redemption Arc all the way straight to the top of Prem with Faint Gaming, now the Ascent roster, if you remember that changeover.
Yeah, I mean, Pappy loves to just pick out the Pug stars and turn them straight into top Prem players via his supreme intellect. He's done it with many players. Credu, being the first scout he's picked up in a while that hasn't just been relatively low on the boards in Prem. Obviously, Credu coming from Egg and causing them to kill off Aura Electro. If you need some more details on everything that happened, there's a great TF2 analyst out there. I think his name is Foreign. You can check up on that guy and see what he thinks of what was happening. We do finally see teams readying up. I don't know what's taking us so long to start off Reckoner here. Give us a score prediction, Lucky.
I'm gonna say 5-0 to Ascent.
I'm also gonna say 5-0.
Just
Synonym of Perfection.
Yeah, Synonym of Perfection. Yeah, boys.
No, okay, I'm expecting it to be quick. As we do start off into Reckoner, Lucas already at mid, a decent amount of time before QB gets there, as Scar is rolling out through his own Toxic. Bombs in immediately behind Ascent. He's going through lower
Gink
and
is
coming
doing
up
the
their
same thing.
Toxic now. And Gink is matching him. Will they expect
He's
it?
onto the red
Drezzo
zone.
dies immediately. Whereas on the other hand, Ascent expected their own strat used against them and immediately kill off all of Synonym of Perfection's players.
Let's see how hard they can hold the W key now, as they just smash them on that mid. I mean, Gig spent literally about 15 to 20 seconds getting in behind. Drezzo was just standing still, literally with the beam on the player, and that was it. But we are seeing the bomb come out from Warped and Scar. Both of them actually get air shot, lose their overheals, and both of them nearly perish as Warped actually dies and Vori gets cleaned up there. Nice little air shot there from Lucas Tank to destroy Unikeko in the skybox. As they now cap up this point, Thomas is going to go towards the cap. They're going to try and end this one early. Uber gets popped out to save Thomas because he was low on the point. As they are now going in towards QB as well. QB has decided he's going to walk further away from the spawn door, the place of safety, and is just going to die next to the point.
That's a gold split for round 1 in the Reckoner RC2 any percent speed run. Ascent getting that round in less than 1 minute 30. So really, really powerful start there. And we'll see if this mid goes any better, if Synonym of Perfection can get at least 1 kill or at least one player having them survive. We do see Lucas getting hit a lot earlier again.
Yep, looks like they are just going to do the same thing again. Gink is going into lower already. We are seeing a high bomb from Scar, actually. Not really landing where you'd want to land on a high bomb, landing in towards their cargo. Warp now going forwards. Not going to wait for Gink to come in, but they've just forgotten about Gink doing exactly the same thing. He's got on top of the combo, just get a ton of damage down. As two players actually getting cleaned up there on the side of Ascent, but Vori now deciding he's going to go through lower. Is split away from his team, but this does mean that firepower isn't there. Vori now coming in behind, but Pappy is privy to this one. Probably hears those footsteps behind him as they are not taking a ton of damage. Domo pops out this Uber here, as they do have to flash quite a bit to keep a bunch of players alive, but QB decides he's pussying out. Lucas Stank is wondering what the f is going on with the rest of the team, as they all just decide that they're going to walk out and just, oh wait, they've left, as they come back in again.
Yeah, that seemed fightable, but I suppose if Synonym of Perfection don't want to, then they don't have to, and it's wise enough to get out if you have any doubts. So we will see it even on second here, but Ascent already rushing in through the flank. They know only one player's watching it. They get all this ground on second. They take down Warped straight away, and now all these players from SOP have to back out of this rollout area, but they're so weak. They've been crushed by the bombs. Vori and Drezzo do get out to last, but they're 4 down, and the spawns aren't here for quite a while. This is going to get capped up immediately. It's 2-0 for Ascent.
Yeah, speed, any percent speed run, like you said, for Ascent. Steamrolling through this game. 4 minutes now down for them. I believe it could be done faster if they put their hearts and minds to it and didn't decide that they were going to send Gink all the way around again. So let's see if they repeat this mid-fight. I mean, I reckon
Drezzo
they will.
learnt from it last time. Drezzo didn't stand still inside Toxic. He was in a very different position, making it a little harder for Gink. And now QB actually rolling out right side, goes down into 10 health immediately. Gink gets onto Drezzo. That's the fastest med death ever.
He gets two.
2 in 1. 2 scouts, 1 rocket. Scar trying to salvage, gets nothing in return. Only Thomas and Pappy die for Ascent, and the rest of the team is rolling forward.
They're holding the W key. They're doing what Ascent do best, holding W at people. And, I mean, that mid was basically free. Gink actually went to do the same thing that he did and go behind it, just landed on Drezzo instead and just killed him.
And then Pappy just mulches 2 scouts with the same 2 rockets.
Yep.
Crazy fast kills coming out for Ascent. Lucas already getting into lobby, wants to go with this ad immediately. Vori's on sniper, Jinu's on heavy. We don't see an engineer, they didn't have time to build a gun. So the Uber is out from top left now. Lucas and Pappy jumping forwards into the heavy. They're not getting any frags, but all these players are in spawn. QB goes down, there's no stickies on the point. Scar dies while trying to bomb and make some ground. Now it's just a matter of time before Ascent start capturing this point. Gink bombing into a heavy will get taken down by Junu's tracking. And now they're trying to play the point. Credu will get Vori, and they cap it off the 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, Ascent could have waddled onto the point as soon as they killed QB because the damage just wasn't there and Vori was insanely low sitting in a corner. So they could have cleaned that one up a little bit faster, but decided not to. And that's going to cost them crucial seconds if they want to get the world record.
Yeah, there's some possible time save. Maybe next week's official they can try out getting a lower time. As Lucas is once again faster than QB to the 4th mid of Reckoner.
I wonder if we'll see any AMS dribble strats come out where they decide to taunt on the cap and lose the game because of it. Well, who knows? Anyway.
Gink has gone behind, but he's in cargo this time. All the aggression is coming out. Gink's not going to find anything. There's no one near him as Synonym of Perfection push forward. He does bomb into Drezzo. He gets all the rockets in, though. Does manage to splash him down on that little lip of the roof there. And now Vori's fighting people. Does go down. QB also picked off by Pappy. It's Junu versus the world, and the world is winning. Credu and Thomas will take him down eventually, but he does trade for Credu at least.
At least that's something. I mean, I don't think it's going to stop them from holding their W key, though.
It's the closest mid so far, and Domo did die as well. So.
Lucas sank. Lucas, no.
Lucas?
No! Oh my god, he killed him! There's no way! No! Well, if there's anything to be said about this game, it's that Lucas Sank went all the way forwards, was sat in a corner with a good view angle by 70 FOV, question mark?
That was stupid. This game is stupid. Okay, we have 50 ad for Domo here. 2 frags on second.
Don't forget
Happy's going
frag.
to airshot Vori as well, but Domo goes down to Unikeko, who was sniping in the shutter door. Tomas gets revenge swiftly. Oh, but Domo's down for another 12 seconds. They're already rushing into last. This Domo frag means nothing because only QB is up to defend. It's 4-0 already.
I mean, that was all the stank right there. It was just Lucas Stank. I mean, good job from him, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
One way to throw more nails in this coffin. At this point, right, the coffin doesn't even look like a coffin. It's just looked like a piece of wood, and someone's got a nail gun and has been rapidly firing at it.
QB hasn't even made it to mid anywhere near as fast as everyone else on the other team. So, let's see how fast this mid can go. Happy's bombing forwards, gets denied by the soldiers of Synonym of Perfection. Vori is hiding in lower on heavy. He's waiting for Gink, but Gink just avoids him completely. He does something different this time. Warped is going to get taken down.
Here we go. He's revved up. He's going. He's getting shot by. He just dies. Okay, he's dead. As we are seeing some frags actually coming out from SOP, not to BM them anymore, but we are seeing Gink on the low. They're all on the low ground right now, getting spammed out by QB.
Oh,
but Lucas Stank is on.
so much.
My god! Lucas Stank destroys Scar to clean him up there with a nice air shot, as he is now on top of Drezzo and doesn't find the pipe, but it doesn't matter anyway because we are seeing Tomas come in and he just kills Drezzo, and now he kills Juno as well, and that is going to be basically a wipe.
That mid was going so well for Synonym of Perfection. It looked like it was theirs. They did not take into account the flanking demo man, though. A very, very common thing to see in TF2. Warped is trying to block this mid capture, takes the 1v1 with Credu and wins it. Come on, man. Classy wouldn't have died there, Credu. Now, Ascent having to come back to mid. Warped is fighting Pappy as well. He does take that kill down as well. Domo is trying to frag Warped himself. He says, if you need something doing, you have to do it yourself. There's Tomas also fighting against Warped.
Oh, Domo
drops! What?
Okay. I think it's gone into full pub mode as Vori is now up on Poot as well, as he's just going to be perma-heavying now, I think, just to defend his medic, because no one's denying these soldiers at all. Drezzo is in the lower, but Credu is pressuring so hard, and they do manage to... How are they winning? I don't... Okay.
I think it's kind of rude from Vori to go heavy there. He's playing the defense classes clearly to slow down this world record time. He might be defending one of his own leaderboard times, perhaps. Lucas is taking a 1v1 with Scar on Sniper. The demo man will win that. And
Indeed.
now Warped is onto him. Lucas goes down. Warped should be dying immediately as Domo does it. The speedy arrow onto the speedy soldier. Unikeko has been hiding in lower, and it's now his time to back cap. Or flank even, because he can't cap mid faster than 4 people cap second. Actually, what is he doing? Bro? You okay?
Bro? You right, bro? Vori gets cleaned up there. QB's now in with the quickie bomb launcher lock and load combo. He's turning this... Oh, no way, Tomas.
Tomas just came to mid and found Janu hiding and kills him with the family business. What the...
The best shotgun in Team Fortress 2. The
Okay.
family business. Alright, they
Well,
have an Uber
there's a-
charge. They have an
there's
attempt
an
at
Uber
last
coming
hit.
into last.
2 soldiers versus the world, right? Let's see if they can win this one. They're going on top of this heavy. They still haven't killed him. They finally take him down. As we see the family business heavy, he's coming into this fight now as Gink, it does get taken down there, but the family business is being reloaded. You've got to be careful when he's unleashing it as he kills
scout.
Scar. And now he tries to go on to the demo out of QB as well. Doesn't manage to find that
nice
kill
shot
though.
from Lucas. Picks down Jinu in the air. Now he's sticking up all the point. Warped has to jump in, does get Domo in time, and now it's just Lucas. He's trying to melee Drezzo. Thank God he doesn't get it. I can't deal with anything more stupid happening. As Vori is now pushing out on heavy, we're gonna try and see Synonym of Perfection take the second point back. Scar immediately feeds, QB also going down to the sniper of Credu. He forces off Drezzo as well. This was so good for Synonym of Perfection
Pappy's
before,
going
but...
to last.
Oh?
Pappy's going to last.
Oh.
I think the game's over.
Oh. Oh, he doesn't manage to get it.
He doesn't win.
Now, he does get taken down by Unikeko, who also cleans up Gink. There's nothing left. but they are surmounting a repush. Lucas is all the way in. Immediately gets taken down by Jinu as well, and now Credu is gonna snipe him down. Thomas is running on the point. The Poot isn't there to defend. It's over.
The game is over. Finally. Jesus Christ.
5-0, as we predicted. The final world record, well, not world record in fact, confirmed not a world record, but the speedrun did come to 12 minutes 10 seconds. We'll get the admins to count frame by frame and verify that result. And it's all 6 points going to Ascent this week, as we probably expected.
I mean, it wasn't going to go any other way, was it? Let's be real. Like, I don't even think we need to look at the stats for that game. I don't think air shots matter at that point. Oh god, that was nutty. Anyway, I think we'll look at the logs anyway, because content, boys.
I love to look at content. Vori went 2-13.
Wow.
He actually got better stats on Pootis than he did on Scout. He got the same amount of kills, 1 on each class, but fewer deaths on Heavy.
Don't worry, QB got the same number of kills in the first game as he did in the second game.
Oh, good job, QB. And half the deaths. So we're seeing an improvement over the season. Maybe by the end of the season we'll see 5 kills? Who knows?
Wait, it was 11 minutes though, so you just times his essentially round it down to 10 times his death by 30 deaths for when the difference. Jesus Christ.
Jinu, the only player getting over 10 kills, and I think it's because he was the only player still trying to play the game in trash time, so he was really just farming, throwing players. But it looks good for his logs at least.
Indeed.
In terms of air shots, Lucas topping the board with 4.
Yeah, he did a great job at air shotting people.
Nearly
Flank demo,
500 DPM, may I add. I don't know how we didn't spot that before.
Jesus. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, what you've just witnessed is a bottom prem team being crushed by a top prem team, and this is how the casts go for that. So I don't think that there's going to be any interviews after that one,
because it doesn't look like anyone's up to it.
Yeah, but yeah, was a great cast bum.
Yeah, I loved it.
We'll just go straight to shoutouts, shall we? ArchRhythm, we've got any shoutouts. Do you first? To who, sorry? Branston Pickle. Yeah, the food. Yeah, shoutouts to Branston Pickle. Bum, any shoutouts from you?
Shout out to my team. Shout out to everyone in Twitch chat. Shout out to Some Stay Dry and Others Feel the Pain, a great Div 3 team named after one of the most wonderful composed pieces of music of our era, and that's all.
I'll give shout outs to Torn, shout outs to Siemens, sponsored by Siemens, and shout outs to Synonym of Perfection's will to survive the season.
Yeah, that's impressive actually. Many a team would just fold at this point.
Yeah,
as soon as they notice they're not making playoffs, they just drop, and then that messes up points for every other team that played against them.
Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this evening. We know it's been a wild one, so we'll catch you on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Mwah.